elections where, of course, not openly pro-Russian people will come, but like hidden Russian assets. And they will definitely pretend, and they will use this because when we speak about propaganda, when we speak about informational operations against the US or Europe or something like that, so we have to understand that Russia makes this in Ukraine too. And one of the very popular messages that it uses is that West abandoned you. They could have given you the weapons, they could have let you strike, but they don't do it because they decide everything behind your backs. Thank you so much, Rudy. And that is why I am honestly very worried. I am very worried also because we are really close to the defeat of Russia. Even with all the limited resources, with all the limitations and bans that our allies were putting on Ukraine, we were really close. Have a look at Russian economy. These are not fakes. These are real things happening. And no matter how hard Russia tries to hide it, it is openly visible. For the first time, no, Ukraine is not capable of replacing Starlink on the front lines. There is no other technology that works like that. But we actually pay for Starlink. So it's just like McDonald's will stop feeding me because I'm a Ukrainian, but if I'm paying money, it will feed me. And the same should be with Starlink. Another interesting thing, I have just like switched, and also he turned off Starlink when in 2022 we were organizing some very important operation in Ukrainian Crimea. He switched off Starlink so that Ukraine could not continue the operation. And now Russian soldiers, they also use Starlink. So there is no like preference and something unbelievable about that. But there is one interesting thing that I did not share with you previously. You know that I am on X, Twitter. I personally think it's a hijacked by Musk social media, because I am not subscribed to him and I see him all the time, even if I never visit his page. Like, I do nothing to see him, but I see him all the time. But a very interesting thing, to be verified on Twitter, and for me it was important to be verified on Twitter, you have to register your phone. And I was trying to register myself, you know, I have this verification, and it did not accept me with a Ukrainian number. When I was using my number, my telephone number that I use, my ordinary telephone number, every time I edit it, it showed me like a mistake, an unknown mistake occurred, an unknown mistake occurred. And I have a Polish phone number. And it worked from the very first moment. So, of course, it's not okay that being a Ukrainian, I cannot verify my account using my Ukrainian number. What is that? Yes, I am on Blue Sky. I'm not sure, like I'm still warming up there, but you can join me, and both like moderators were sharing it, the beautiful team. But thank you so much, Scott and Ed, for buying me coffees and for your support. And thank you so much, Duncan. Thank you for the presence of support to so many people. And honestly, guys, it feels very bad when you realize that you cannot get access to the platform because you are Ukrainian. Did we attack anybody, or are we too good at protecting ourselves? So honestly, I feel very, very much worried about that. And I, right now, like when I visit X, when I read things, what are happening there, and I realized that something very wrong is happening on this like planetary level. And when I ask you, tell me the things that I'm wrong, and like everything is fine, and Elon Musk is doing the good job, and Tulsi Gabbard or what else is the correct choice. I am 100 happy if you tell me that it's my mistake. But I feel worried, and not just, thank you so much, Marcos. I feel worried, and I feel worried not just for Ukraine. Because, as one very wise man said, if the sad world war starts, Ukraine will be on its periphery. Plus, we have experience. And recently I watched one of Wexler's comments on Ukraine developing nuclear weapons, where he says, like, it's bad, it's a bad argument, but do you realize that Ukraine trusted the world and gave up its nuclear potential? Now we have a NATO general saying that he did switch Starlink during an operation in Crimea. You can check it, and he confirmed that he turned off Starlink for Ukrainian troops near Crimea because Crimea does not belong to Ukraine, perhaps from the point of view of Musk. Musk should be on the first exploratory flight to Mars. Honestly, I think it's bad to give so much power to the richest man in the world. Many people say that Ukraine is corrupt, but I can guarantee you we don't have that many richest people in the world ruling our country right now. And we are trying to get out of this problem, and people are trying to get in. That's what I don't understand. So coming back to this, Wexler's comment on Ukraine developing, I'm not saying it was bad. He was trying to describe this ideal world, but if we follow this logic, like, it's bad to think about new nuclear weapons developed because this can lead to, what's the plan? That Ukrainians gracefully die, and then it will continue. It will continue because Putin already switches off gas for Austria. They use the resources. Europe is totally dependent on China and China production and so on. And I think that this Budapest Memorandum, if it is violated on one side, then it can be violated on another side. And if I was actually struck by one of the top NATO generals speaking about this reason why they did not let Ukraine and why they did not join Ukrainian troops to take all the Russians out of Ukraine, because of Russian nuclear weapons. And his literal words were like, if Russia did not